Okay, for the second part of this tutorial, we're going to do a little overview of the run. So we're going to use the custom preset we've done on the previous video to launch a run without losing any more seconds, without any mod of course. We're going to do a 0BC route which is beginner friendly, so that's nice for you. Okay, at first the items we're going to use for the run. First, the War Javelin. If you launch it, then use the attack button again. You teleport to it. Pretty useful for gaining momentum, and mostly for skipping bosses, level, and doors, as we will see later. Then the Assault Shield. If you use it normally, you'll do this. You're not very fast, you have a weird cooldown. But if you press the shield button, then the roll button just after, you do this. What we called an assault shield. You move more faster. Your character move way further. This is really fine. What I'm doing here is actually I'm letting my thumb sliding between the two buttons. You can see my inputs on the right of the screen. If you have issue about doing this, I will put a link in the description with my hand on cam, so you can see exactly what I'm doing. If you still struggle to do this, you can just use Javelin to move. It's not losing so much time. Okay, now the light speed. When you use it, you dash. When you use it again, you dash backward. But what is going to be very interesting for us is when you launch the Javelin, turn back, then use light speed and the Javelin just after, you do an hyperspeed. As you can see, an hyperspeed is just you dashing very fast until you hit a wall. This is what we're going to use for skipping bosses. Then, at last but not least, Wings of the Crow. When you use Wings of the Crow and then do Assault Boost with it, you dash very fast. That is with VSync enabled. If I disabled. If I enable VSync, I'm not as fast. So you really want VSync disabled, like this. Okay, that's it for the items. So let's go for launching a little run. When you want to launch a run, please restart. If you don't restart at the beginning of your VOD, I will reject the runs. So we're restarting. As soon as you see your character, you launch the Javelin and do an hyperspeed. And let's go for Prisoner Quarters. Prisoner Quarters is a very labyrinthic level. What you want to do is find the shop as fast as possible. Okay, the route is Quarter, Promenade, Ramparts, Black Bridge, Steed Village, Clock Tower, Clock Room, Distillery, then Handle the King. So you don't want to go to Toxic Sewers, and the exit for Toxic Sewers is always behind this vine run. So a vine run for us is just a dead end, so I'm going to take another path. And as I said before, I'm going to look for the shop, because the exit from Promenade, for Promenade I mean, is usually behind the shop. Here, I just saw a sarcophagi here. It's the exit for Arboretum, so we don't want to go there. So you ignore it. Okay, this is the shop, so the exit is behind it. If you're a real beginner on runs, I really suggest you to take scrolls for safety. Okay, so that's it for Quarters. We're going to a transition room, so what you want to do is immediately use your Wings of the Crow and do 2 assault boosts, pick up your mutations, and leave. As mutations, I suggest for beginners YOLO, Disengagement, and Emergency Triage. Okay, Promenade, what you want to do is climb this wall. And I'm going to break this door for demonstration, but you don't have to do that if you're fast enough. Okay, when you're here, you want to toss your javelin here, turn back, and do an hyperspeed. So you use light speed and javelin just after. This is it, you skip the level. I've been lucky here. I didn't have to climb the wall, but usually you want to climb the wall to the very maximum, then climb the cliff and leave. So we just use Wings of the Crow to assault boost for the transition room as usual. Okay, for Ramparts. For Ramparts, contrary of Promenade, we don't know where the exit is for sure, but we have a hint which is going to tell us where it could be. It's actually a T-shaped platform, which indicates it teases that the exit is at the right of it. This thing. So I know the exit is at the right of it. It's really early on the level, so it's not very useful. Okay, another interesting trick. You can skip doors with Javelin. What you want to do is toss the Javelin on the door, like I did, and place yourself at the left of the door on the x-axis, the x-axis, so the axis on your screen, and just teleport yourself again. And you will skip the door. Okay, I've got lucky here. The exit was on the first pit after the hint, but it won't be always the case. Okay, let's go for Black Bridge, Transition Room, Wings of the Crow, 2 Assault Boost, Mutation, and leave. Okay, Black Bridge. So first boss. What you want to do is, as soon you enter the boss room, you can toss your Javelin, turn back, and do an hyperspeed. So light speed and Javelin. If the door is closed here, you can stare at the bodies to wait for opening it. It actually doesn't lose in-game times, which the only thing that matters in Dead Cells speedruns. Okay, State Village. You may know you need 2 keys to leave this level, but in speedruns, you don't need any of them. What you want to do is just ignore everything. You skip this thing like that. I'm gonna take the scrolls for safety. And you want to toss your Javelin here. And actually do the same skip as we have already talked before. I have some enemies, so I've been a bit of trouble, but here it is. That was State Village. Transition Room, Wings of the Crow, 2 Assault Boost, and leave. Okay, Clock Tower. What you want to do is to spam your jump button during the loading screen. And wall climb this wall. To wall jump, you have to spam the jump and the attack button simultaneously. You can see my inputs if you struggle to do it. Okay, for Clock Tower, as Ramparts, we don't know where is the exit for sure, but we have a hint. The exit can't be behind those tower with the teleport stone at their beginning, so I know the exit is not here. I'm going to try another tower. In this level, you really want to wall climb as much as possible because it's way faster than using ladders. Okay, no teleport stone, so I'm going to try this tower. This should be the exit. really not hard to find actually. And this is it. What you want to do is to skip this door as well. So you get behind the door on the x-axis and teleport yourself. Here we go. That was Clock Tower. If you're lucky, you don't have to use a teleporter to do that, but I wasn't on this side. Let's go for Clock Room. You can already spam your attack button to launch your javelins faster and do an hyperspeed. Okay, after the Clock Room, you want to go to Distillery. You want to parry this, and usually as soon you enter the level you want to go right. The exit is usually right. On the right, I mean. This platform phase can be a bit tricky. Okay, as soon you see this corridor with the barrel trap, you want to do an hyperspeed. I'm doing it faster because those enemies are really deadly. And as soon you see this door, you want to skip it. So you toss the javelin, you go behind it on the x-axis, and you teleport yourself. If you're lucky, you want to break those walls with the barrels, but I failed to do it here. You can use Wings of the Crow to climb this fast. And you want to parry those barrels to open the exit. Be sure to not kill the enemy which toss the barrel, or you can complete the level. Also, if your light speed is on cooldown before a boss, stare at the bodies. Yeah, stare at the bodies. It doesn't lose in-game time. I'm already spamming my attack button for launching my javelin as fast as possible. And I skip the boss. Just launch your head on the fountain and time! This is it! You've done a Dead Set speedrun any percent. 6 minutes and 49 seconds while I was stopping to explain things. Just tell yourself that people submit a worst run even nowadays. So, actually, if you submit a sub 6 run while following this tutorial, I will be happy. Okay, so on the next part, I will see you to commentate 2 runs with 2 different routes. So, maybe I will talk on a more advanced trick. Okay, see ya!